So you had a beef with Hassan Campbell, right? Has that situation been resolved?
I don't know about resolved. Nah, not resolved, but guess you know what I mean? Because at any moment he just made a video about me like not too long ago. So, they
Right, because I saw like you seem there was one video where at the end you guys were like, "Oh yeah, let's go get some Asian food or something like that." It seemed like it had resolved, right? Next thing you know, I hear that he dropped another video about you. So I was like confused, like what happened in between that time. And
bro,
I
it's the
think
views,
he's
man. Yo, listen, they call me a culture vulture. They call me a culture vulture. But if you look at how these guys move, they're the culture vultures, bro. They are the culture vultures. About they don't care about what their words, their choice of words and their narrative. They don't care what it does and how it affects the people. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the people, I don't mean Asian people. I mean people, like black people too. You look at all the stuff that these Hassan Campbell. Look at all the stuff he says, bro. Like a lot of that stuff, like there's no way that he caters to he caters to um this like the emotionally distressed. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll say stuff like that will just trigger people. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care what it actually does. He'll talk about all types of people and he doesn't care about the effect that his words have. You know what I'm saying? And that in fact is that's a culture vulture to me. If you don't care about what you're doing to the culture and all you're caring about is what you can get out of it, you know what I'm saying? And fuck how it affects whoever, right? As long as there's people listening and as long as that is creating money and stuff like that, fuck it. That is culture. That's a vulture, bro. You know what I'm saying? That is a vulture. That's exploitation. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what color you are. China Mac doesn't do that. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, a person like Hassan Campbell, I look at him like a vulture. You know what I'm saying? Like facts.
so how did that situation start with him?
Um, he made a video about me about the Math Hoffa situation, and he was saying that I shouldn't be talking about it and that it's not my place. And I responded. And it's crazy because he said the same, like he has the same sentiments, but he just didn't use it for Math Hoffa. Like the same things that I said about Math Hoffa, he said that about how many people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's confused, man. He's confused, but whatever.
And the situation with Math, have you guys resolved that?
No, I mean, I haven't spoken to him, but he's not talking about me. I'm not talking about him. And I feel like, I don't know where he stands on it, but I don't think it's that serious. Like, you know what I mean? I just saw something that I didn't feel like um I saw something that I didn't like and I said it. You know what I mean? It wasn't personal. You know what I mean? That's my take on it.
And I saw that you ended up saying that like you took it like the wrong way, like kind of like you took what Zip said about it, right? And you kind of didn't watch like the full thing in order to see like what Math was saying, like what he asked with Troy.
Right. That he but I mean, yeah, I didn't really see the whole thing when it was going on. I just seen a clip of it, a clip that was sent to me, you know what I'm saying, from Zip. And I heard what Zip was saying. But at the end of the day, I still stand on what I said. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
mean, I still stand on what I said, but I wasn't trying to like cancel him or make it like a big thing. I was just, saying it. You know what I mean? Like I was just voicing my opinion on that situation. And maybe if I would have heard the whole thing, maybe I wouldn't have said oh, I'm not supporting Math Hoffa anymore. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was a little extreme in terms of what he actually did or said. But I still stand on, I don't think that was right. You know what I mean?
So you don't think you were wrong in that? You don't think you should say sorry to Math?
I don't think so. I
No,
don't think
okay.
so. No.
No.
If I had to say sorry, if I feel I would say it. But what I feel like is, Math in that situation, Math, he he had a personal issue with tax. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
feel like he used that as an opportunity to, you know, to harp on that, to like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that in a sense, but when you're talking about somebody that is in the courts fighting for their like, still trying to get their, whether you fuck with them or not. I come from the place where whether I fuck with you, you could be my enemy. You could be my enemy, but there's certain things that I'm just not gonna do. Like, case in point, if you're my enemy, we could be cold-blooded enemies. If I see a mother, I'm not gonna involve her in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? If I see you with your kids, I'm not gonna shoot at you, bro. You know what I mean? And but that's that's me though. That's not
But
a
don't
lot
you
of other
think that
people.
like it's because this generation the code has changed though? Like
Right,
it goes like like back in the day, like you said, like you give people when they're with their families a pass, right? You don't involve like the women or like even some cases people believe on Sundays, the Lord's Day, like you give people a pass. But I feel like now it's just more of like whatever goes, right? Like
right, yeah, yeah,
people talking
yeah,
about pissing on their enemies' graves and all types
right.
of shit.
I just felt like Math was. I thought that Math was he. I thought that he was the same cloth as myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I just said what I said. You know what I mean? Because I felt like he was the same cloth. You know what I mean? Like I said before, But I mean, it
But do
is
you
what it
think
is.
that that's a little bit of your fault for thinking that he was somebody that he really wasn't?
I mean, it was. He told me he was who he was. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Gotcha.
like I just looked at him and thought that's what it was. It's from the things that he said, you know what I'm saying? Things that was said to me, things that he said, his actions, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought that that's what it was.
Math was one of my favorite battle rappers, right? But one thing I did find interesting was when you did your interview with him, he was talking about how like he used to be by like some Asian restaurant and they would give him food and he had respect and everything, right? But when he did his response to you, he was saying Asian people eat all type of weird shit. You feeding into a stereotype by having a show called Mac Eats and stuff. So it felt a little disrespectful, in my opinion.
Right. Right. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Uh, People change their narratives, man. My narrative stays the same though.